this is something different. I was getting ready to do some stone carving, and I thought, why not be brave, invite everybody along, come and watch me. I'm in my new little workshop at the bottom of the garden, and I thought you can all come and ask some questions as I'm carving away. I might get nobody, we might get loads. It's the first time I've done this, so you'll have to bear with me with the setup. I've got two phones going. One that I think will answer questions, or show me the questions, and if anybody's on. And one filming. So what I've done here, I've marked out a tree of life. I should tell you where I am. I'm in my new little workshop at the bottom of the garden. It's a little, basically my shed. And for a long time now I've been thinking, oh, I should make a nice easel so I can carve when I'm not down at the big workshop. And over the Christmas break, I've done it. So I built a frame. You've probably seen a picture of it on my community page. I think it cost me £20 total. But it's nice. I've got this piece of stone. Went down and chopped this piece of stone. And this morning I've been marking this tree of life on. I've done loads of trees of life over the years. This is the latest one. Actually the piece of stone's too big, so I'll probably cut it down a little bit. This is going to hang up in the garden. Might even paint it. Have a really nice olive green that paints really well onto stone. You'll have to bear with me if I start whistling 7 Spanish Angels by Willie Nelson. I put the new Willie Nelson program on yesterday, and it's stuck in my head. I used to listen to it with my dad when I was younger, and once it's in there, it's staying in there. So if we get brave at this YouTube live filming, and I get the setup working well, where I can see questions and stuff on the screen with two phones, it'd be nice to do this once a fortnight as some carving projects at the bottom of the garden. We'll have a little trial run. Maybe we'll do it today, the 23rd, 2023, and if it goes wrong, we can leave that in last year, start fresh tomorrow. How do we get questions working on here? I don't know if we can. on a stone carving lesson yesterday at work, Buntsbarn, local to me where I work. Some of the things people were carving were fantastic. So we had one chap who did some lettering. His first time he's ever done lettering. He's done a little bit of sculpting. He did a really good job, really nice. He did put a millstone on there. And the young girl, she did a flower in relief. That was really nice. Maybe I'll put a picture of that actually on the community tab so you can all see it. I was really impressed with what she did. Then I did another person who did a snail. It was really ambitious, really big. And at first I was a bit nervous and thinking they'd set themselves up for a fail here, but actually by the end of it, they looked great. I was really impressed. I've taken it home, put it in the bedroom. I'm hoping it's called Gary, like on SpongeBob. Now I know if I've got it set up right on the carving board and the comments are working properly. I've made nearly 150 videos, not including shorts, now for YouTube. And it's like the first day again. I feel nervous. It's good when I'm filming it and it's not live, I get to edit it, take all the stuff out. Well, there's 4 of you watching. That's impressive. Might be my dad, might be my wife, might be 3 kids, 4 kids, 3 of them who have got phones, one's at work, so they could be watching. It's all family members. I don't know if you saw on my community tab, but if any of you are in the market for buying any hammers and chisels soon, just hold off a little bit because an announcement to make, which is hopefully going to save you guys a little bit of money. As soon as I get the go ahead to make it live, I'll let you know. So I was going to go live tonight, actually. I thought it would be better because a lot of my audience is in America. So I thought it would be later in the day would be better. But I'm quite an impatient person. And I think because I was nervous, I just wanted to get going. You wouldn't think I was impatient because I stone carve, so people are saying that there's loads of patience, but it's not true. It's like when you're a dry stone walling, everybody tells you you're good at jigsaws. I'm not even sure I am good at jigsaws. I just pretend it. But the reason I didn't go live later on, like I say, because I'm impatient, but the main reason is going out for New Year's Eve. Going to the local pub and then I'm going to a house party. Feels weird saying house party. I'm 36 and I'm 37. Not sure you meant to go to a house party. I think it's maybe more like a, should say it's a soiree. So obviously I can't see what's happening on the screen, but any feedback you can put in the comments would be great so I can learn from it. Like the angle of the camera, the hammer too noisy, can you hear me okay? It's all a learning curve. The whole YouTube is still a learning curve. I'm still using my original camera to make my YouTube videos. And honestly, so full of dust. I've made, like I say, nearly 150 videos with the same camera. I have to outline it out at least once as I'm recording. The quality of the sound though is terrible, and the lens is broke. The screen, sorry, the lens cover's broke, so I have to hold it open with a little bit of blue tack right in the corner, and I've had to colour it in with a pencil so you can't see it. One day I'll buy a new one. Actually, I have a GoPro my wife bought me for my birthday. I've just not figured out how to use it properly yet. And I think because mine's working still, changing it feels a bit daunting. One thing I thought I could do while we're on these over the next, well, however long it might, this might be the only one if we don't get good feedback, or I like to think we will and we can improve from it. It's never going to be a polished diamond the first attempt. But I get lots of questions what are very similar, not daily but very regular, and I thought we could answer them on here. People are things like, where do you get your stone from? What type of thing do you use to prep your stone? Where do you get your chisels from? What chisels are good to start with? I've had quite a few leading up to Christmas, and my partner, my wife, or my husband is wanting to buy them some carving chisels for Christmas. What do you recommend they get? Where do you recommend they get them from? All things we can answer on here. And I have bought some new tripods and bits to get the right angles for the carving, which is not that easy on this. With the way my stone is up on the wall on this easel. 5 people watching and 4 thumbs up. That's a success. What is a success? I had a look on some of the analytics of my channel and they're coming up to 600,000 views. That's crazy. I remember when I got my first 100 views on a video. I felt like dancing around the kitchen. I've got 600,000 views in total. One video's got 180,000. I've got, we did have 3,999 subscribers before I went live. We could be down to 300 now. After I've seen this. But hopefully it's going to grow. One nice thing about carving in this little workshop at the bottom of the garden is I'm at home, which is great. I've not got my work clothes on, I've actually got a pair of shorts on, trainers, and a woolly jumper. I've got a piece of pork slow roasting in the oven so we can all have some sandwiches before we go out later for New Year's Eve. Drink responsibly, never drink on an empty stomach. I don't know how everyone else's 2023 has been, but for me, touch wood, it's been great. I was very nervous about closing Greenstone Ivy, starting a new venture, and that meant not seeing my wife every day. Well, I see her every day when I got home, I used to work with her, but comfort blanket working with your wife and Father's Day, and but actually, it's been really good. And my new job at the National Park, I love it. Fantastic. I do miss my dad. I see my wife, and actually I think my relationship with my wife is better. It was good before. I looked out massively, but it's better because it's more quality time, and you're not the stress of family business is not on you, which is lovely. I mean, she still stresses me out and I stress her out. I mean, I can do it really easy. It's like a natural talent I've got, annoying the wife. But it's been a great year all round. The new job's fantastic. The YouTube channel has got monetized this year, which was nice. I mean, anyone who tells you they're making a fortune off YouTube, they're getting a lot more hits than me, so I'm not making a fortune. The most I ever made in one day was £3. Well, I'm not knocking, it's amazing. What I'm trying to do is save up some a new camera with it. So it's all sat in the YouTube account. So that's been an amazing thing. And like I say, a new job's been amazing. My daughter's now at Chesterfield College, which is great. One son has passed his driving test, the other one who's got tests coming up, and the youngest one can do his GCSEs. So what I'm doing, I'm just roughing this out. I'm not doing it too neatly. I'm just moving some material basically from the bottom, and then we'll move up onto these leaves. So get the trunk out and get these roots going. Use the half bull nose chisel in there, but like you will all know if you've watched my channel, once I've got the chisel in my hand, I'll keep going. I do sharpen it a lot. I one of the guys yesterday, he was on the carving course with me for what I was running. I had a look at the chisels, his ball. And he had two types of chisels. He had one of the chisels that are very similar to these ones from Southern Stone, the tungsten. And then he had a set of the ones we've recently reviewed, the cheapest chisels you can buy on the internet. And he really liked them. I've got them here actually. I'm really impressed with them. I would recommend them. And what he does, when he's sharpening the chisel, the same as me, he's slightly putting more pressure on one side, so he's sharpening it, so he's getting that angle, which sometimes nice to do on purpose, but it's nice to sharpen it straight. For some of the guys who were there yesterday, it's that, teaching them how to hold the chisel so that it's digging into the stone, so they're giving it enough blow to the hammer, but it's digging in rather than it jumping across. They can put a lot of work and a lot of effort in, and all they're doing is skating over the top rather than moving material. Once that clicks, it's amazing to watch people start moving material and things start coming to life. And they're really tricky just to get that to, I think in a one way, a little bit scared of breaking the stone. Everyone's always scared, saying, oh, what if it goes wrong, or when you're doing lettering, have you spelt it wrong, or if you get right to the end and it cracks, it's just a piece of stone. Still have a yard with lots and lots of stone in. It is just a piece of stone, it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's another good thing about the house. Postman's just there. I can hear the dogs barking. I think I'll come down here now. So I chose this tree of life. I was actually going to do a 4-string Celtic lattice knot. I've done one before and I really enjoyed it. It was one of them projects you just get lost in. Let's have a look at the camera. Oh, the comments are working. Happy New Year. Hello from Poland. Well, that's lovely. Thank you, everyone. That's made it the nerves settle a little bit, actually. You'll have to let me know in the comments if it's something we'd regularly like to do. Canada. So that's one thing I'm doing back there. Muffling, hammering. I suppose I'm talking as I'm hammering, so we've got to get that balance right. So if I was to upgrade my AirPods, I could put my AirPods in. That could work. That might help. Maybe we don't need to overcomplicate it. Maybe we'll look for a simple solution. You probably all know that, and I've told you before that I'm dyslexic, so I like problem solving and I like coming up with solutions. I don't really like to overcomplicate the solution. I just like to figure it out. of you who are interested, this is a piece of Derbyshire gritstone, and it's actually got a few miles under it belt, this piece of gritstone. So this has come from a local quarry to me, which is called Bretton Moor, which is a beautiful place. A friend of mine actually owns a quarry. He's been working the quarry, a family quarry now. I'd be guessing, but it's got to be upwards of 20 years. I was buying walling stone off them 15 years ago, and they were well established then. So, beautiful stone, really nice. This is quite a light piece. Some of it's really dark and chocolate colour, and that's my favourite. I use that for when I'm doing memorial stones, monumental stuff. But then this goes over to another friend of mine who sheets it probably 20 miles away, called a place called Ully, and I buy a lot of stone from him. I used to buy a lot. I don't buy too much anymore. Now I'm at the park, and then it comes back to me, and I've cut it on my tiger saw. You've seen my other videos in my workshop, and then I polished it. So what I'm using to polish the top of this, somebody asked me this the other day. Hopefully they'll tune into them now. I prepped it by cutting it on the saw, and then I used some polishing pads that I buy just off the simple eBay polishing pad. But the trick is to buy a grinder, a 4-inch grinder that's got speed control on it, and turn it right down. If you have it too high, when you're polishing, it wears the pads down. If you can, on a normal standard grinder with one speed, if you've got speed control, you want it to like number 1, number 2. Nice and slowly, with some water, making swirls, backwards and forwards, and you'd be surprised for such cheap equipment what a great job it does. And then sometimes I put an edge on there. I've got a thin tri-file. There's one here. Thin tri-file kicking about, or I could use a router. I actually adapted a router so it'll take diamond bits to put a nice edge on. When I was doing stuff all the time for the business, that just speed it up really nicely. Doing a lot of Welsh slate fireplaces at one point, the carvings in them. It's nice to see on the comments a couple of names I recognise who have commented on previous videos, and it's nice we're a little bit further afield than just reaching in the house. As I say, with the wife and kids, or my father who lives in 2 villages away. I've only carved on this bench once before. Well, I'll tell you another reason why the sound will be muffled, because I'm due for an upgrade on my phone, which I'm filming on, and actually you'll all know if you work with stone or you work out in your workshop with dust and stuff, the actual speakers in the mics in the bottom is full, absolutely full. And I'm a bit reluctant to airline it clean. I did that once before and blew the screen off the phone. Yes, I think new equipment is needed. Another thing I try and tell people when I'm teaching them a bit of basic carving. So I'm not teaching them so we've got them over a certain amount of weeks. We just get a crash course lesson just to carve something. But one thing I really try and get through to them is the hammer work. So swinging the hammer. So I'm going round here and I'm forgetting about this and I'm gripping it right on the top. It's just, but you're forgetting about it. You're working on the chisel, controlling the chisel. So to feel that pressure there and holding it before. That just wants to be consistent blow all the time, so you're not putting steps in your stone. If you can do that, it makes you tidy up and makes your carving so much better. Forget about the hammer. Maybe we'll do a bit of Welsh slate on here this coming year. So I think I've asked you this already on the community tab, but for those who didn't get to see it, did anyone get anything stonemasonry related for Christmas? Any chisels? Any hammers? And a few of you must have done, because some people reached out to me and asked me what to get. I love a hammer. I've ordered a new hammer from a company. I'll not tell you too much about it, but the only thing I can say is beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Back into the tripod. So if anyone in the chat knows how it works with the badges against your name when you're commenting over, how to get better at this, it'd be nice to, I think, it'd be nice to see some people with their badges against a name who are fans. And the more you comment, is that the more you get a badge? Is that how it works? I should really do a little bit of research. Well, I'll tell you a couple of things I got for Christmas. Not masonry related. I got a meat slicer, like you get at the deli counter. So for my birthday, my wife bought me a meat smoker, which is fantastic. I love it. I don't use it so much in the winter, but in the summer, brisket is amazing. Getting the timings right, and my son bought me a thermometer, digital thermometer, which is great. So like, you've got 12-hour brisket in there, and then I did some ribs, some maple glazed ribs. But now, she bought me to go with my brisket, and if I do like a roast ham, she bought me a meat slicer. So we all gathered around on Boxing Day, met with my sisters and my dad and my mum and partners and nieces and nephews. My dad always does a Christmas ham. It's a bit of a famous thing in our house, and we sliced it on my new meat slicer, and everyone gathered around. There's about 18 people all watching me slice meat. It was good ham, probably enhanced by the wafer thinness of my meat slicer. I get a lot of comments asking me what machine I use to make my stencil. I didn't actually use the machine in question at the minute for this today, but I am going to do a video on it. Basically, it's just not an easy machine to use, which is it's not great to say. It's forever updating. It's something called a cricket. It's basically like a little CNC machine which has a Stanley knife, really small, sharp Stanley knife inside, and once you've designed it up, it cuts it out onto card, and when it works, it is game changer. It is absolutely fantastic, but we like to have a hissy fit a lot. They're not the cheapest things, but they're not the most expensive. I think for the setup, it's probably £300. Then you've got to buy a bit of card, and then there's a monthly subscription to your software, and getting your head around the software, it can be difficult. My wife was fantastic at one point, but then as soon as you stop, it just updates, and then you're out the loop with it. But this here, I actually was drawing onto a piece of paper. I looked at a few photos online, looked at a few designs. I was sketching and drawing, and then just cut the piece of paper out and just laid it on top, and then I've marked it. That's why these are not joined up. It held the paper together, and I can just join them up as I go around. what do we do is it's starting to pop out a little bit on the camera. Can you see it's coming to life a little bit? Working on the roots. Something I'm going to have to work on is something is making a rattle somewhere. I can't work out where it is. Take some bits off the mount. That's better. I think it's my ruler. Oh, that's better. This is quite an old phone I'm filming on. Like I was saying earlier, I'm ready for an upgrade. And the new cameras on the newer phones are fantastic in the speaker quality, so that might make a massive difference. Might be something I'll look into this afternoon. If I can get that sorted. I normally have music playing when I'm carving. Turns out you're not allowed. I looked at a few do's and don'ts of making a YouTube live. No music because of copyright. Swearing to a minimum or no swearing at all. Politics is a tricky subject. Still got 5 of you watching. I don't know if it's the same 5, but I appreciate it. I was quite optimistic that I'd get a couple watching because my wife watched a video the other day for an hour of snow falling in someone's garden. And I mean, I know watching me stone carve talk about absolute waffle is not the most interesting in the world, but I mean, watching snowfall on someone's Ring camera for an hour is pretty nuts. I do like snow. One thing I can imagine with this is that the noise of the actual hammering could probably quite irritating, especially if there's other people in the room. So some people might have it on silent and just have it in the background. So it may be nice as we build this channel and the community. I mean, last count we were one away from 4,000. It'd be nice to chat amongst yourselves in the comments. Get to know each other. Let us know what projects you're working on at the minute. I noticed we've got someone from Canada, someone from Poland, lots in America. It'd be nice if you all got chatting amongst yourselves. Stone Ranger community. Which I personally think is the best name for a YouTube channel ever. If you just tuned in, I'm just saying this is the first time we've ever gone live. It's learning. If it doesn't go well, we're going to leave it in 2023. Start again in 2024. But I think we've got success so far. We've had a maximum of 8 people watching at once. We've got 6 thumbs up. We've had a couple of people commenting, so we know that's working. But what we've learned is that we need to work on the audio, we need to work on the angle of the video, so we've got the camera set up, or in this case the phone. I'm trying to get you all interacting with each other. So I was hoping this, I've got 2 phones, I was hoping my second phone would be showing me the comments, but it's not. So maybe I need that to work on that, get that secondary phone so I can see what people are saying, so I can chat with you all. I'll just check on there. Yeah, we've had 4 comments. Happy with that. 7 people watching. 51 minutes. Has it been 51 minutes already? Wow. Sure, one of them will be my dad. Actually, might not be able to watch in the dark. I don't know, I might leave that. I might not put that one in there. Some of them I like more than others. We'll definitely come up here. Yeah, any comments below are going to be fantastic to improve on this. I'm hoping it's going to be a good format. It doesn't mean I'm not going to make my normal videos as well. So definitely am. I've got some carbon paper, graphite paper on order, so I can show you how to transfer onto stone. How I do. I've got a few more ideas. In the summer I've got lots of bits going on, bigger projects, summer projects. We've got lots of walling going on. I'm actually teaching a lot of walling this summer. But well, actually, I've got a class on the 4th of January, so what's that, Thursday? Limestone, some local limestone. There's lots of stuff going on. Lots of videos in the pipeline. I'm in talks with a guy at the moment to help me make the intro to my channel, my video sector, you know, you all deserve a bit more of a professional setup now. It's stuck with me for the last couple of years, and I think, like I said, I've been doing it on my old little camera. It's time to make it a little bit better. Maybe I should move up this side so you can see it a little bit better. I'm working on these roots this way. And I'll just come round here to make it better for you. Time definitely does fly when you're having fun. You're right there. Is that from John? Yeah. John from Canada. Still on there. Big shout out to John for sticking with me on this. The problem is, John's right, time does fly when you're having fun. The biggest problem with this is, it'll be one of the things I'll keep wanting to come down and have a little go in the now it's at home, I'll just do a bit here, a bit there. When it was down in the other workshop, you could just leave it. I won't be able to do that now. So I'll either have to go live so you can keep up with the progress, or you'll have to drop in as I've done a little bit. Now, I get the glove question quite a little bit. So I started off doing it years ago for the grip. I quite like the grip, and because I had an open workshop in front of customers who could just come in and talk to me all the time, I used to like, I don't know, you used to put them on, you felt like it was work time. The grip was great. They also keep you really warm. So in the workshop, because it was open, the doors would be open. In the winter, it'd get really cold, but even though they're really thin, surprised how much heat you can get off the gloves. To the point when I'm dry stone walling, I will wear these gloves underneath my work gloves, just because they hold so much heat in. They're really good. And I don't know, I think it looks nice when you're carving. Hopefully that answers the question. I do tuck my watch, I don't know if you noticed, so this is a different watch to, I used to wear a Samsung round watch, and now I have the square Apple watch since I changed jobs. And it's nice because you can tuck it over, which works really well. better at remembering to put my gloves on than I am my safety specs. I'm terrible with my safety specs. I wear safety specs, what I call bowling. Really like them. They're really comfortable. They can be that comfortable when I have actually put them on. I forget they're on. Many a time I walk into the local shop, or I'll take my work hat off and they'll fall on the floor. Got a few date stones coming up on people contacting recently, asking me if I'll still carve them, even though I don't do a lot of carving now for selling or for money. There's a few people locally who I still do a little bit for. Actually, my favourite thing to do is to take a project similar to this, carve it, paint it, put a nice decorative border on it, put some skirts for it to be fastened, or make a bird bath, or I like to do film quotes or music lyrics from somebody local to me, and I like to give them away to local cricket clubs, fishing clubs, local charities, people raising money so they can either put them in a raffle, they can auction them. Some of them have sold for a few £100, which is great. I like doing it for free. I like being able to film stuff with you guys, do it and talk about it, especially now if we can do it on some live, and then and they get to raise some money. That's my favourite thing to do now. The local cricket club to me is, I told them I'll get them something ready for this year, for this summer. We have a fundraising event. I told them I'll get them something ready. If you keep seeing me walk away, it's because I keep checking on my phone just to make sure I'm not missing any comments. Turns out I'm not. I love it when you get, you can see this, I love it when you get different widths, so you get carving, so you get different depths. And now this stop to this little small piece here, which is coming down off a bit of the tree before we get to the root system, and we join in as this circle of life. It comes in, it's not thinner, it's a lot smaller, and you just get this step in halfway down the V carving. I really like that. I think once this is all neatened up and you've got loads of different depths and different layers, I think it'll really come to life. And I think an olive green, I think it'll look great on that. I think I'd do all of it. I did worry about just doing some of it green and some of it brown there, but I think just do the whole thing olive green. Might trim it down like I said earlier, might put a border on, but I'm just going to mount it to the wall maybe. somebody somebody asked me the other day if you can play virtual reality stone carving, and seen a few apps where you can go welding, like games on your phones and iPads and stuff. I've never seen a virtual reality stone carving one yet. I've seen lots of painting, that's quite cool. I've seen a metal detecting one. Snooker would be the one for me. A really, really good quality snooker. Oh, something along them lines. I love that. But I don't know how you'd want to be able to feel the resistance if you put your hand on the table. Any of you have got any experience in virtual reality snooker table? I'd be interested in that. If we can learn any information out on the screen. Until I'm pressing it. No. Not something to muck about with when you've got 6 people watching. Maybe John's still on there from Canada. Oh, John's still on. John's like staying power on there is incredible. It's like a super fan. Like John. I live next to a farm and I can hear the farmer shouting his dog. That's nice. Bit of record. We've got 9 people on. We've got some new people. Anyone who's new, drop a comment in below. Let us know whereabouts in the world you are. We've got someone from Poland, Canada. Be nice to know where everyone's from, where we've been reaching from the little mini workshop. And like I was saying earlier, again, for the new people, if you're planning on buying any stone carving, hammers, chisels, any of the handheld stuff, if you've got anything coming up that you're going to buy, just hold on a little bit. I've got an announcement coming soon that I'm working with somebody who hoping to get, well, I've got you, just need to let it go live, a discount code. So you're going to be able to get a discount on some tools. Wide apart, you'll all notice a different noise. So this is the hammer I use the most. You probably know this, looking at the videos, but I didn't want to start with this hammer because I thought it'd be too big in the way of the camera. Well, it doesn't seem too bad. This is the chisel. This chisel, you recognise it as that basic stone carving kit. This chisel came in now. We'll give this a go. It's got a nice feel to it actually. I next to it, the nice big 10mm, or the 8mm for moving some material. Yeah, I'm not going to use that one. This is the one I was going to go for. Moving the material is not good for talking, it's not the big stuff. Moving the trunk. I've got a nice lettering job coming up, which is probably 80 letters. A piece of stone very similar size actually. That'll be nice because it'll be a small little tapping, and hopefully I'll have a better setup there, so we'll be able to interact a little bit more. How do you think it's coming on so far? If anyone's still watching, drop a comment and see what you think to it. I'll put a poll out on the community tab on the page, asking people to comment on what time would work best for them if we were to do a regular live slot. someone else who says hello. John's asking what the weight is. So this one's 600 grams. I was using earlier. This one's very light. I've not actually used this one yet. So this is, I think this is about 400 grams. And this one is, I think it's 900. I've got another one, which I don't use very often at all, which is a little bit heavier. And then I have this plumber. I don't know exactly what he's loose now on the top. I made this out of an old chair leg with a piece of lead. I melted some lead and poured it in the top and then glued it in place. An old chair leg. It's nice, I like it. Not for this, it's not good for, but for other jobs it's good. That probably weighs about, probably about 700-800 grams. And the new one what's coming, that's 600 grams. It's beautiful looking thing. Really, really beautiful. Just having a look, see. Any other comments? Hello to the new people what have just tuned in. Carving a tree of life. So it's just a design I drew up on some paper and then I stenciled it on and joined it up and we're just starting to carve away. So this is the first time we've ever done a live video. We're learning. We've learned a few things so far. We're hoping to learn a few more. So if you've got any suggestions or tips, put them in the comments. Also, be nice to know whereabouts in the world you're from. You can drop that in the comments. How did you spend your New Year's Eve? Well, in the daytime, you spent it with the Stone Ranger carving a tree of life with different people from around the world. I think it's pretty cool, actually. And I was saying I'm going to put out the poll to see what time works for people for the lives. We definitely won't be doing it at midnight. I can imagine the neighbours. Well, I actually live next door to my sister. Can't imagine she'll be too happy with me using the big hammers at midnight. She's a very good neighbour though. I've got to say that she might be watching. She generally is. Neaten this up a little bit. My carving style is I like to move the material and then get it to possibly 75-85% cleaned up and nice, and then at the end go back round it and really tweak it, maybe a little bit more actually, maybe 85-90, and then just go around and just put that final crispness on it where it all comes to life. There's some bits I'm really happy with this here. I'm liking, I like these curved shapes here. There's a couple of bits I'm not happy with. I'm not happy with that straightness. I don't like the straightness of that line. I might try and fan it out at the top if I can, and the bit here maybe just to try and everything's got a nice curve to it, the whole thing's circular, I love all these curves, this softly, or the way the trunk arcs round, the leaves are all curved, it's that straightness there, just not selling itself to me. I did have this idea, maybe for the future, that we could carve the same design at the same time. So I was thinking if we give out the email address for the Stone Ranger, which I've given out before, people send photos in and questions and stuff, and then anyone who's interested, registered interest, and then sorry, I just caught my watch. Registered interest, and then I could send them a design on an email. We could print it off, and you could mark it off your stone from your area in the world, or any stone what you've got lying around, something what interests you, and we could all carve at the same time. We could be working on it together, and then we could post the pictures in, and then I could do a little video. We could have a little chat and have a look at other people's pictures and how they've taken it on and what they've done to it, the way they've tweaked it, what stone they've used. I think it'd be nice. It connects us all together, all around the world. Maybe one for the future. And if any of you've got any questions, don't be scared to ask. That's why I'm here. It's you can either ask me now, put them in the comments, or do my best to answer. Or you can send me a message on YouTube, send me an email. You can follow us on our Instagram page, which I don't use that often. Trying to more, looking into making your YouTube grow. You're meant to use all platforms, but that's like using YouTube really. I've been reposting a few of the YouTube shorts recently. See, this curve on here is a lot nicer than this here, so maybe just fan that out a little. Might help. Light brush, don't want to not too much of the pencil. Notice we're up to 9 thumbs up. Be amazing if we can get to double figures before I have to go. Could bore you all day with this. I just like calming. Something very therapeutic about it. Something nice and relaxing. But I do have jobs to do this afternoon. I've got to go to the shop, prep some stuff ready tomorrow. I'm anticipating I'll have a little bit of a hangover tomorrow, so I've got to do a little bit today. My sharpening blocks ready for replacing. I'll try and just change the angle slightly for you, but oh, there we go, double figures. Whoever that was, thank you. I'll try and change this up slightly for you, so you can. Helps at all. You've got motion sickness. If I was clever, I'd have camera here, camera here, camera here, and the hand between them. Look. Not that tech savvy. $11. Wow. People still there? We're back. It went off on me, unfortunately. I don't know what happened there. Am I to blame for that or YouTube? It was a coincidence after I just moved my phone. Well, that would get me a thumbs down. Still 4 of you on. Maybe I lost a couple. Well, I'll give it another 4 minutes or so, and then I'll round it up to 100 minutes. I've been online, in live with you all, which is amazing because after the first 5, I was terrified I was going to hang up. And then we'll do a bit more another day. Feed Ash, thanks John. Is that a regular thing? If you when you watch other YouTube channels, does that happen regular? Feed Ash? Oh, I've still got 6 of you. Amazing. And don't well, sorry, I was thinking to myself then, and then started talking. When I was saying earlier about buying any new chisels or hammers, and I'm gonna hopefully save you all some money. Don't worry about that if you're in the States, because the people I'm working with ship regular to the States, so it's that won't be a problem at all. Think about winding it down. I'm going to clear this piece here. But now, as much as I want to keep going and keep carving, getting all the lines before I move on to the leaf sorted is nice, and cleaning it up. And I'd love to carry on. And I love the fact that we didn't quite make it to double figures with the people watching. Well, I've got 8 at the minute, but we've made it to 11 thumbs up. I'm really happy with that. I don't know the amount of people overall what have tuned in and out over the last hour and a half, but I really appreciate it. Really appreciate the feedback about the sound quality. John helping me out there with pointing out that the feed crashed. I keep pressing my watch, which is a pain. Yeah, so we've learned a lot, which is great. I'm going to go and do a little bit of shopping now, make some tea. tea, maybe a cup of coffee. And I'll see you all again soon. Enjoyed that. It was good. Thank you for watching. That's coming together. That'll look nice when it's done. See you all next time. Thanks, John.